Hi, everyone. This is Chaplain Jeremy Slido, and I'm stationed at Naval Support Activity South Potomac. And this is Stepping Off the Brow, a show for sailors and military-connected civilians where we look at life's issues on both sides of the ship's brow. Today, we have with us Chief Hospital Corpsman Baodi No. He is currently stationed at Navy Medicine Training Sports Center in San Antonio, Texas. He is the leading Chief Petty Officer for Division 8 of HMA School. His story is fascinating for a number of reasons, but most of all because of where his family came from as immigrants. So I hope you'll enjoy his story in his interview today. Hey, so we've got today HMC, that's Chief Hospital Corpsman Baodi No. Good afternoon, Baodi.
Hey, good afternoon, chaps. How's everyone doing today?
I think we're doing good. So, Baodi and I, so Chief No and I know each other from a previous command where he was the physical therapy tech
I
at that command.
was.
Is that right?
Yep.
But also just one of the esteemed gym rats, just crushing the weights all the time. Just a thing of beauty.
Were you one of the weights? Is that why you were in the gym?
Usually I always have a dead weight. So,
Skeletons.
see, there, yeah. So we got a few questions for you, Baoyi, and I think what's kind of cool is what I think I know about your family's backstory. And so, would you say that your family's backstory influences you?
I think it does a lot from what they had to do in the sacrifices, and just me trying to honor them and for their sacrifices and everything they've done for not only for me but for my siblings, for my family, for my grandkids one day. And I would say yes, it's a huge influence what they did.
So, can you share with us what your family story is?
Sure. So back in the early 80s, my family was told uh, they live in Vietnam. They were told by the government, if you don't leave, we're going to arrest you. So my grandfather, of course, didn't leave, and he got arrested and put in jail. And my grandmother, she had a bunch of kids, uh, probably in their teenage years. So she got everything that she had, and she made boats. She had two boats created. And then they fled the country. They left everything that they loved, their homes, everything, the people, their family members. And she was traveling with a bunch of kids to Malaysia.
And then you said
And then
from Vietnam
from Vietnam to Malaysia.
in boats
And then
that she made?
she hired some people to
Okay.
help make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they traveled down to Malaysia. They got to the refugee camp and they stayed there for about 2 years. And after that, I want to say from what my aunt was telling me, they got word that if they went to the Philippines, that there's a good chance for us to come to America. So it was like that hope. It's like, hey, you might be able to come to America if you go there. So they packed up all their stuff again. They hired a fisherman, and then the whole family jumped on the boat and they went from Malaysia to the Philippines. And during the way, I remember my mom had my sister who was about maybe two, about maybe I think about two, and then she was pregnant with me during the time during this travel, and they got robbed by Malaysian pirates, which was crazy. And yeah,
Oh my
I know.
gosh.
I was like, what's going on? I was like, that's crazy. So I can't imagine being my mom's age or my dad's age, like their early 20s, having like a baby. Because I have a baby. Evan's almost two, so I can't imagine having Evan, in a fishing boat with me with a bunch of other people, being robbed by Malaysian
Mhm.
pirates, trying to get to the Philippines, being pregnant at the same time. So they ended up in the Philippines, and they stayed at the Bataang, the refugee camp there. And during the time, my mom went into premature labor
Mm.
with me, so I'm preemie. So I'm in a refugee camp. There's a typhoon at the time. There's no clean water. There's no electricity. They were being rationed food. It was just like chaos. And a Catholic church from Mobile, Alabama, sponsored my entire family over to America. So that's how I ended up in Alabama. I always get that because everyone always thinks I'm in California or somewhere cool like New York. And I always tell people, yeah, Alabama.
How do you not have a Southern accent? Have you worked on that?
To be honest, in my household, my parents would make us speak Vietnamese all the time.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
And then I didn't really speak English until maybe third grade. So I was
Okay.
in ESL into third, fourth grade.
Okay.
Oh, what? Okay,
So
Yeah,
so go ahead,
you
go ahead.
learned English as like a 8-year-old, 9-year-old.
something like that, like through Sesame Street and stuff, because my parents didn't speak any English.
Hmm.
It was, anything that I learned was at school during ESL.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. So how does that story influence you?
So that story, whenever I have like tough times or challenging times, I always think about what, my parents had to go through. And then I kind of see it, if my parents can go through and sacrifice all that, then I have to do my best. I have to give my 100%. And a lot of the things that we do in the Navy is rough, being away from family, um, working those long hours, standing in the watch. Those are pretty tough things that you have to do over and over again. And to think that, if my parents in their early 20s can overcome those kind of hardship, like none of this could compare to them. So I just think about, what? It just takes time. That's all it is. Just one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. And eventually you just go through it.
Mm.
And at the end of whatever challenge you have, I feel like you come out stronger, right? You do. And then when other people see you go through that, they look up to you. They look for inspiration. They look for motivation.
Next part of this episode we call Ramming Speed, and this harkens back to Ben-Hur. I keep plugging every week for the movie Ben-Hur. You gotta watch it because they're in the ship, and the ship has a couple speeds, and it's based on this guy who is beating the drum, and that dictates how you row. I know. I don't know why you continue. Anyway, so rapid fire questions. First question. Ready? Number 1. Go, Christina.
Best professional development you've ever read?
Book.
Book.
Book. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to rapid fire. Simon Sinek, why?
Number 2. True or false? Is every day really leg day?
True.
Number 3.
If you were a wrestler, what would your entrance song be?
Uh, Welcome to the Jungle.
If you were a wrestler, number 4, what would your stage name be?
Um, oh wait, I can't say that. No, no way. It would be no way.
No way. I see what you did there.
No way. Yeah, I
Okay.
saw what you did. Does your current car have a name?
Yes.
What is it?
Selena.
Number 6, if you
Ooh.
had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Macaroni and cheese.
Preach. What is your favorite item that you've bought this whole entire year?
My favorite item that I bought this entire year. Oh no, I don't know. What did I buy this year?
What have I bought
My
this
camera.
year?
Yes, my camera. There you go.
Camera. All right, number 8, if you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep? Only 3. Go ahead, 3.
Only 3. Okay, I would keep my email. I would keep my Bible app, and I would keep YouTube. Boom.
Boom. Done. All right, well, that is the last part of this. Baodi, thank you. I just so appreciate, how you honor your family, how you honor those around you, how you honor your sailors, and you've honored us by joining us today. So just thanks so much, and just how you're mindful of just doing it well. All right, Christina, I think we've concluded another episode.
It was great to meet you, Chief. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
definitely. Thank you for having me.
Our theme music is the song Josie O by Jamie Stone. Random Speed music is the song Music to Clean Your House To by Jennifer and Levin. The views and opinions expressed are those of the hosts or guests and not the United States Navy. You can subscribe to Stepping Off the Brow wherever you find your favorite podcast. And of course, please feel free to share this with your shipmates, friends, or family. See you next week.